The book is already open on my desk when I arrive for work. I know for a fact I locked it in the basement archive the night before. The page it's turned to has today's date written neatly at the top. Below it, in my own handwriting, is a sentence I haven't written yet. I stand frozen, keys still in my hand, listening to the building settle around me. The radiator clicks. A light flickers overhead. Everything feels normal, and that makes the wrongness stand out even sharper. The sentence is simple, calm. April 16th, 2025. Eleanor Price misses her bus. That was my name. I didn't believe in fate, or signs, or anything suggesting the future was already decided. After my husband died, routine became my only anchor. He collapsed in our kitchen one quiet morning. No warning, no goodbye, just a strange sound. Then quiet. Coffee burning on the stove. A clock still ticking like nothing had changed. Work was my shelter. The smell of old paper and cleaning solution, the soft scrape of chairs. Books felt solid in my hands when everything else didn't. I was a librarian in Merriwick, a town most people ignored. One traffic light, one diner that closed early. A place where routines were all you had. The basement archive was my favorite place. Low ceiling, concrete floors, fluorescent lights that buzzed even when steady. That's where donations went before anyone decided if they mattered. Boxes from estate sales, forgotten collections, lives reduced to paper. The book arrived on a Tuesday. No delivery slip, no note. Just a brown paper package tied with twine, sitting on the intake table like it belonged there. The cover was plain black cloth, no title, no author. When I picked it up, it felt heavier than it should, not in weight, but in resistance, like it didn't want to be moved. Inside, the pages were thick and yellowed.
Every page filled with neat, looping handwriting. The first entries weren't stories, they were records, dates, times, short descriptions of things that had already happened in Merriwick. A snowstorm blackout, a water main break, a fatal collision on Route 6. Out of curiosity, I checked the newspaper archive. Everything matched. The last written entry stopped me cold. April 14th, library fire alarm malfunction, 10:42 a.m. The wall clock read 10:39. At 10:42, the alarm screamed. No smoke, no fire. A faulty sensor, the fire department said. It happens all the time. I nodded automatically, put the book back in the basement, locked it in the archive cabinet. I even pressed a sticky note inside the cover with the date, as if that might hold it in place. That night, sleep never really came. The next morning, the book was on my desk upstairs, open, the sticky note gone, and my name written neatly at the top of the page.
I told myself it was coincidence. People miss buses every day. Still, on April 16th, I stood at the bus stop early, hands in my pockets, watching the empty road. The bus came and went without slowing. That afternoon, another line appeared beneath my name. Result, collision avoided. That was when fear settled in. Not sharp, not dramatic. Heavy, like something pressing slowly against my chest. After that, I checked the book every morning. The entries continued. Names I recognized. Times that hadn't happened yet. Ordinary moments at first. Delays, misunderstandings, power flickers, a loose stair repaired just in time. Then consequences. A construction accident that didn't happen because a worker stayed home sick. A drunk driver who turned down the wrong road. A gas leak discovered because someone woke earlier than usual. I tried to intervene. Carefully. Maybe take tomorrow off. Have you thought about a different route today? People smiled. Thanked me. Forgot. But every warning had a price. Colleagues started avoiding eye contact in the stacks. Whispers followed me down the aisles. The director called me into her office one afternoon. Stop meddling in other people's lives, Eleanor. This isn't healthy. A formal warning landed in my file. Each entry I tried to change pushed me further into isolation. The day I found my husband's name, my hands went numb. August 9th, 2022. Thomas Price collapses in kitchen, 6:14 a.m. I dropped the book. Pages slid across the floor and stopped on blank paper. I hadn't known the exact time. I had avoided learning it. Seeing it written there felt like being watched by something that had been observing me all along. That night, I searched the archives, old ledgers, maintenance logs, handwritten notes from librarians who came before me. In a ledger from the 1940s, I found a penciled warning: uncatalogued volume, do not discard. Predictive properties observed. Below it, in darker ink, it doesn't create events, it observes them. Sometimes it corrects them. That explained the small changes, the delays, the accidents that never quite happened, but not the ones it let through. I tried to stop reading, locked the book away, avoided the basement. Those were the days the worst things happened. A child fell through thin ice at the quarry. A house fire spread too fast. No warnings, no adjustments. Then I understood. The book wasn't causing tragedy. It was filtering it, deciding where the weight landed. The next entry was short. April 30th, 2025. Eleanor Price remained silent. No time, no explanation. I barely slept. Every sound felt too loud in the dark. On the evening of April 30th, my phone rang. There had been an accident near the old mill crossing. A drunk driver. A woman walking home from work. They asked if I knew her. I did. Her name had appeared in the book days earlier.
A minor entry, a small delay, a chance to speak. I hadn't. When I arrived at the scene, the book was in my coat pocket. I don't remember putting it there. A new line had been added. Correction unavailable. There was no space left beneath it. After that, I stopped pretending I could control it. I read, I warned when I could. I stayed silent when the book demanded it. The pages aged faster than paper should. Ink faded everywhere except where my name appeared. Those words stayed dark and sharp. The final discovery came quietly, in a fire inspection report from 1938. The original librarian had died in the building. Heart failure, alone. Time of death, 6:14 a.m. The same time my husband died. The same time written beneath my name on the last page. I closed the book without fear. Some things aren't meant to be escaped, only carried. I retired early and left Merriwick. The archive cabinet stayed locked behind me. Sometimes I still dream of blank pages slowly filling in.
Of small choices tipping unseen scales. And I wonder whether knowing the future changes anything at all, or whether it only shows you, in perfect handwriting, the exact cost of staying quiet. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next story.